World health officials this morning are reporting the first coronavirus death outside of China. A man from Wuhan, China, has died in the Philippines.
Domestic air and domestic sea travel to and from Metro Manila shall be suspended.
"2020 shocked us. The pandemic hit us coming from nowhere. Borders were closed, travels restricted, but we never stopped moving cargoes. We had to quickly let go of some people. We had to practice the highest safety protocols. COVID really hit us. It may delay our plans, but we forge on. You see, we have written our Vision 2030, and our big, hairy, audacious goal is 60 FastCats by 2030. And so we forge on.
So FastCat University has always shared a common goal of creating breakthroughs in training and education. 1.5 years ago, during the Interferry Convention, if you remembered very clearly, we presented something on a merger of training and digital systems. Something that we didn't even expected that will foray the digitalization of these methodologies. One of the biggest challenges during the pre-COVID era is that the Philippines is having a hard time adapting to these new technologies and methodologies of immersive and digital learning. But Marianne, me, and the whole team pushed the bounds of developing more to make specific adjustments so our crew and officers will understand. Then, COVID-19 shocked the world, and yet we did not expect that we were prepared. As the Philippines ventures into a new mode of learning, several factors has to be considered. One of it is our teaching capacity, the situation, the context of our learner, and the efficiency of the learning environment on board FastCat Plus. Of course, these are top of the more apparent issues is the internet speed, the cost of materials, and the mode of delivery. The best way to move forward is to take a step back and create a strategy that engages our officers and crews on board our vessels. This collaborative response is based on a collective vision to implement solutions that this novel problem warrants.
Before we start our presentation, we would like to present to you how we have redefined the methodologies of training. As Bioka and Delaney defined immersive training, it is the sum of the hardware and software systems that seek to perfect an all-exclusive sensory illusion of being present in another environment. We have generated certain approaches to ensure that the delivery of our training outcomes will be as immersive as possible to ensure the safety of our fleet. We have been continuously working with our e-learning and electronic record book, which is an approach to ensure that the required competencies on board FastCat ferries are covered. Another approach is through the use of 360 walkthroughs, where a controllable panoramic image that surrounds the original point from which the shots has been taken and which can be navigated using the system platform. Then, we added augmented reality for mobility, where a digitally created object or component of FastCat can be integrated or overlaid in the user's actual environment. When our trainees have taken all the mentioned formative methodologies, we set them in an interactive summative assessment in the virtual reality space, which is calibrated with an automated assessment to ensure reduced bias. But before we implement our immersive learning systems, here are the 8 reasons to ensure that it adapts to the new normal in the maritime industry. We have to modify our training program in accordance to our current situation. And also, we have to look into the methods and modes of delivery. And another thing is the utmost availability of our resources. And one of our key priorities is our learners or trainers' engagement. Another challenge is we have to adjust our training period. We need also to look into the practical and laboratory exercises to be carried out during the conduct of the training. We also need to ensure that we follow the health and safety protocols and yet still continue with our training program. And lastly, use our foresight to incorporate the level of technology. Now, let's look into some key points on our system regarding e-learning. But first, let's look into the statistics, where we conducted a survey in the seafaring community in the Philippines. 6% out of 200 respondents shows that they don't even know what e-learning is all about. Then, 13% says that distance education and training does not matter at all. And another 13% says it's not helpful as well. But 31% of these respondents says it's helpful, and 37% says that it's very helpful in the delivery of the competence for seafarers. Another survey that we did is we asked seafarers, will distance really work in the Philippines? 5% says that it attracts more officers to choose the seafaring career. Then, 21% says it's very cost efficient. And 19% says that it will help with the overall period to complete maritime training to top positions. And a staggering 55% says that it will be able to satisfy both sea time and training requirements. And to fully ensure that the delivery is carried out, an offline and online system is administered for learners with bandwidth challenges. Through this, they can download the mobile application and download the courses, go offline, but report the task on a predefined time frame. The system is also equipped with big data analytics, where it will have analytic learning curves, user dynamic reviews, geolocation tracking capabilities, focus analysis on learners, real-time monitoring of users, and comparative analytics system targeting. Let's look into how 360 virtual walkthroughs are implemented to the training program. As mentioned earlier, we have set a 360 walkthrough for the vessel. It is a mobile-ready platform compatible for iOS and Android phones. It has the ability to do formative and summative assessments. It has an integration for task completion, and it links its result to the learning management system operated by FASCAT. This is a typical walkthrough of a FASCAT vessel. We use this 360 walkthrough for the conduct of familiarization, competency mapping, gap analysis, vessel analysis, case simulations, and even a possible remote maintenance for engine room systems. It can be used with a typical desktop with or without internet connection, and also it can be loaded on tablets and mobile phones for mobility. We have also incorporated the whole engine room and any part of the vessel. This platform also ensures that our remote senior engineers can seamlessly interact with location-based problems, since it has a high-resolution photometry for emphasis for any possible operational losses. One of the most advanced improvements that we did was also to integrate augmented reality in our platform. This technology that we did with FASCAT sparked interest with our trainees. They can just download the app and select the components they want to view either in full scale or in exploded views. It is a QR code enabled to map out the area for low-cost phones but can also work with higher models. It is a mobile-ready approach and created specific formative and summative assessments. As you can see in this video, a trainee can manipulate a scaled model of the Yanmar engine and familiarize himself of the basic components. This methodology gives the trainee the 3D rendered view of the component rather than having a hard time interpreting the manual. The final stage of the immersive learning is validation through virtual reality. These digitally created objects or component, which is integrated or overlaid to the user's environment, are scaled to actual components. Gameplay adjustments are carried out to fit specific requirements. Instructor and student controlled capability, learning objective attainment system, an API integrations for our e-learning system. It ensures a realistic environment, multiplayer function, and lastly, it can be converted into a desktop enabled or can be delivered with WebGL cloud access. We have invested our efforts for an instruction-led platform for overhauling before actual overhauls are being carried out. This ensures calibrated procedural processes and prevent erroneous maintenance. We set our goals and envision that our immersive learning system shall train more employees simultaneously, safe training for high-risk scenarios, increase our employees' engagement, increase in knowledge retention, reduce cost and travel time, improve trainees' performance, the concept of learning from mistakes, and trainees are learning by doing. The application of FastCat's immersive training program are endless. This covers workplace safety familiarization, enclosed space entries, damage controls to our vessel operations, life raft and safety operations, crowd and crisis control, fire prevention, navigation and collision regulations, workplace initial actions, and other ship operations.
In FastCat, we harness immersive technologies on board and ashore.
Mabuhay! The Philippines is a huge archipelago. Our vision will fully connect the islands seamlessly.
With great pride, we welcome you aboard FastCat,
Owned and operated by Archipelago Philippine Ferries Corporation.
FastCat is a world-class fleet of brand new, mid-speed, roll-on, roll-off internationally classed catamaran vessels.
Our goal is to bridge the thousands of amazing islands of the Philippines. FastCat is globally accredited, certified by American Bureau of Shipping, Lloyd's Register, and Bureau Veritas. Our vessels have overall lengths of 50 and 54 meters, with the capacity for at least 34 to 40 cars, 7 to 12 trucks or buses, and 300 plus passengers. FastCat vessels have been carefully designed and built to ensure the worry-free transport of goods and passengers to their destination safe and sound. Unlike other ferries, FastCat has twin hulls, built to withstand our country's weather and sea conditions. FastCat is impressively stable on water, better, faster, and safer compared to monohulls. Multi-hulls have no history of capsizing and represents less than 1% of global fatalities. Also traveling with you is a professional FastCat crew, highly trained to respond to any emergency on board. It has 4 internationally classed Yanmar engines, unlike most local vessels with only a single engine. This assures your voyage out on sea. FastCat is compliant with the International Maritime Organization's Safe Return to Port regulation. We value safety, and having more engines mitigates the risk and is better during emergency conditions. FastCat is much faster than most roll-on, roll-off vessels in the country. FastCat has a freeboard clearance above waterline of 3 meters. It handles rough seas and big waves better compared to vessels categorized to operate on inland or smooth water. FastCat also does not have a heavy ballast tank, unlike most regular ships. Instead, it has 10 watertight compartments to mitigate flooding. FastCat's multiple engine and superior propulsion system by Nakashima is not only environmentally friendly, but it allows travel at the fastest and most efficient speed. FastCat is also compliant with international fire and safety standards. FastCat wholeheartedly cares for the persons with disability and senior citizens, providing designated, easily accessible areas for convenience, comfort, and safety. Crew members are always ready to assist passengers in any situation or emergency. They are highly trained. Each member is required to regularly and repeatedly undergo world-class training programs on safety practices and management.
At FastCat, we practice key service essential principles. These principles define who we are and guide us in what we say and do to ensure that we delight our passengers and make their journey with us pleasant, comfortable, and fun. We put our customers first.
We understand sea travel is an experience, so enjoy FastCat's clean space and amenities on the way to your destination. FastCat is pro-environment, and we're not just saying that. We are proud to let you know that FastCat has passed the Tier 2 emission standards, which safely protect the environment and the ocean from harmful pollutants. Our bridge control system is powered and supported by solar panels and wind turbines. For our future builds, more solar panels will be used to reduce fuel consumption and carbon emission. Plus, there's more! FastCat is using the latest European marine technology for ultrasonic anti-fouling to decrease marine growth on the hull for longer vessel protection.
A modern navigation system is in place for redundancy and preparedness for any eventuality on the sea. This state-of-the-art system includes 2 steering controls which can shift from automatic to manual, multiple radar and navigational system, automatic identification system, both thrusters to aid in docking and undocking procedures and for better maneuverability, improved water-cooled air conditioning system that is pro-environment. In case of emergency, FastCat assures our passengers' well-being, safety, and passage to shore to reach their destination.
With the interest and welfare of the Filipinos in mind, we will continue to modernize our fleet to offer a safe, fast, and convenient travel experience. New routes are regularly introduced to help boost business, agriculture, and tourism in our country's far-off places, and in turn, uplift the lives of local communities and contribute to the overall economic development of the Philippines.
As we sail into the future, we aim to be a comprehensive transportation solutions provider.
Together with our partners from land transport, hotel accommodations, cleaning services, port management, training, shipbuilding, food services, and logistics, we are making it happen. United as one group, we are here to serve you.
With all these innovations and waves of progress, we at Archipelago Philippine Ferries Corporation promise you one thing. As we expand to more destinations all over the country and Asia, we will provide our passengers superior features in safety and comfort and continue to improve vessel features and design. We assure you there will be more to come. Explore the beauty of the Philippines and experience genuine Filipino hospitality. Have a very safe, very fast, and very convenient trip